Hi everyone. So, clarifying the confusion, and I would like to start with self-acceptance as the teacher. My realization that I'm teacher not by my experience or my true desire. I understood recently. Maybe for some of you that was obvious, but sometimes we see us from like what was obvious for us. It's like we're catching up to this to get it. So for me, it became obvious that I'm a teacher by my sole purpose. I'm a teacher and I'm a doctor and I'm life itself since the beginning of the beginnings, and desire to teach not only by talking or the show result of the people. I was doing that and I'm doing it, and I think I will do via my actions and all my stories and all my experience of life. That was based on the curiosity. Is it true that there any point of non-return? Is it true that there are some points that we have to go on compromising or denial or sacrificing? Is it the truth that my knowledge that I have by my heart, by my blood, by my soul, is it only working for me or that working for everywhere? So few times I've been asked this question, and question was like, some of your stories is show proof that you had the money and you have the money and you live your true desire, and some of your stories and action shows that you don't have the money. And sometimes you're talking about manifestation of easy entry, and sometimes you talk about the struggle and where's the truth, where I'm real. And some time ago that would be so painful for me to hear that question, because all my experience and diving in any situation, any stories, I was doing that for people, for a life, for a world, and I was like, how you cannot believe me? I'm doing this for you. And when I come out of the story of obligation and that I'm saver and if not me, no one else, when I come out of that, I am very clear why that situation was in my life. The point is, there are actually few aspects together, and by my soul, by my heart, I knew that it's the right things to do. And some of them stories and situation and experience was for me to prove to myself that to create money we don't need to have money, and sometimes we even can be in minus. So all this clarity and the truth about us living in joy, living in balance, for me to teach and to simplify by algorithm, I was testing on myself, because by my heart, by my soul, by my channeling from my heart, my intuition, I knew that this is truth, but I needed to experience that in the physical realm, that this is truth. So sometimes I would go on total zero, and I was experiencing that not only with money. I was doing that without telephone, without money, without shelter, without the roof, without a language, without communication. And I understood it doesn't matter, sometimes without phone. I don't remember if I told you this. So all what I was doing that is to understand how to not worship any condition. It's like she or he is successful because they have that, or because they have that, or because they have that, or because I'm in that situation. So all my experience was to understand what's gonna happen if I put myself in that situation. Will I able to come out? So many times I was manifesting whatever I want from the zero, from the minus. And that was for me understanding algorithm and clarifying the algorithm, what actually required. And all the illusions that I could feel by my skin, by my heart, like this is not truth. For example, that money coming only from the man. So when I had that to clarify, I would go without relationship a few years. Okay. Another lie, like money coming only from the work, or money coming only from the, if you have a phone, if you have a contact. So when that condition would be worshipped by majority of the people, and I assume that was within me, so I would take that condition, put under this big loop, like, is it true? So I would make free myself out of that condition, and I would see how I would behave, how my habits would behave, how my action would behave, how I'm gonna behave towards life and communicates to the life. So all that stuff I was checking and understand what is the truth, what is not truth. And every time I come out to anything I want to, and scenario would be, the algorithm would be the same, how to come out, okay? And how to manifest anything I want to, the algorithm would be, the key of the algorithm would be the same. I would focus myself on the true desire. And when true desire live in everyone's heart, means that there are no exception, that you, me, or anyone who is watching us and who living on this planet, anyone, it doesn't matter what situation you are, if you allow yourself focus on your true desire, and you allow yourself to speak it up, act towards your true desire, and receive that, you can change your reality. You can manifest life that you want to. You can manifest any like way out, and it's a limitless way out. But what is the blockages of the people? It's something that stay between life and death. And name of that goddess is agony, the fear. We are afraid to speak up our true desire. We are afraid to speak up our truth. We are afraid to speak up our feelings and our like condition, how I feel and what I require and where I actually want to go, and our truth. We are afraid to speak up because we are afraid that people gonna behave as agony, as unpredictable. We are afraid of that because we think that we not good enough. We think that we not deserve the love. We like trying to be quiet and try to be small and try to not to be real. So because we not believe that we able to live our life like we want to, and we think that we depend on other people. And proof by me that our heart is the golden compass that's gonna lead us to individuality, to our true desire, to our meaningful life, to our fulfillment. And to live to our heart, we have to take back our power that we was given away for approval, that we will start to believe in something else. So basically, without believing, we're not able to live life. We always believe in something. We believe in conditions, we believe in illusion, we believe in fear, we believe in luck, we believe in that we here come to compromise or denial. We believe in idols. And some of my challenging experience of life where I was saying like how I could transform this challenge or that challenge, how I can transform. That challenge was for me created to understand where I give away my belief, where I give away my power, where I give away my chase for the approval. So all my that stories, I was collecting back my power, and I was simplifying, understanding how to teach people, how to create algorithm that would be easy to understand, that you not face the fear or agony like that was holding you for all your life. And agony is like uncontrollable, ununderstandable fear, because the life and the death, it's equally matter, but that border between them, if we understand that the fear, it's the death, it's not end, it's just transaction to other form or other frequency or other dimension. When we understand that there are no end, that end is illusion, when we understand that we infinite, we can understand what is the agony. And when the person afraid to speak up true desire and condition and the feeling and the meaningful gift, that person afraid what is going to be a critic, what is going to be a how they gonna accept, what they gonna say, what they gonna criticize, what they gonna cast out or kill that person, or how dare you are to speak like this. So that's the meaning, that if you're afraid of that reaction, it's mean that you have agony within you. And agony, she's like suppressed, very well suppressed, because we are afraid, like if we start to speak up, we're gonna kill with our words. So by protecting us, by protecting others, we're trying to be smaller, and we hold that agony inside of us. And if you have that, or some of you, some people that you know have that, the result of that suppression is gonna be oncology or infarct. I don't remember how to say that in English, like when your face is suddenly just go so that's like, that suppression need to open up and need to speak up the truth, and that would be the healing. And I know that it's a lot of fear there, and many of my experience was to understand behavior of us within. And many of my stories and experience was for you to understand, like, if it's possible for me, it's possible for you. That we can come out of any situation, that we can change any circumstances or any conditions of our life. And the most important, we can change quality of our life, of our health, of our money story, of our love story, and our business. Anything is possible. And so I will tell you how to help yourself. When you know that you have agony and you are afraid to speak up, and you are afraid to be real and speak up of your desire, and speak up of your feeling, and speak up of your vision, what you actually want to do and how you want to live. This is the portal, and this is the key that was opened up for me. I was looking for this many years, I would say all my life, and 2020 it opened up for me. So this is called surrender. Surrender is the end of the fight within. Any of our fight, whatever we fight in, we are fighting towards our heart, towards our true desire, towards our divine guidance. We fight towards our flaw. So when we do this surrender exercise, we allow fight within us die. It can be proudness, it can be agony, it can be ban for life, ban for voice, ban for true desire. It can be idea of the fear, who I am to say like this, who I am to live like this, who I am to speak like this, who I am to want life like this, or whatever, who I am to ask for help, who I am to teach, who I am to be alive, because I am illegal, I am mistake, I am something that need to fix, I am something that doesn't have permission to be good enough. So all that ideas, it's a misalignment. So when we do the surrender, It's free us from all these ideas, from the proudness, from the idea that I'm here alone and no one here to help me, that I'm not allowed to speak, and if I'm gonna spend the money, it's not gonna be anymore for my life. So many times people ask me like, where all this money that you were saying that you're manifesting? My love, I am investing in life, investing in joy. I'm saying yes to my desire. I'm saying yes to my unfolding. And many times of my life I was experienced life without money, because that's the best way to understand what was my weak points. It's like how to get healthy, my own recipe. This is formula can be implement on physical health, mental health, financial health, and spiritual health. So if we're talking about physical health, what I do to myself to understand if anything need my attention for the healing. I would just go like 10 days only on water, and I could hear what are the organs of my body would send the signal that pain is there. So by that organs, I understand what kind of roots of the beliefs I have and where my misalignment, because each organ and each disease has a meaning. So by know that meanings, I understand what is in my body in pain. So by go to the original thoughts and beliefs, I could transform that, and that disease is no longer with me, because our physical health is only indicator for our alignment of our heart and mind. Okay, so when I was understanding that for the money I would go on compromise or denial or manipulation, I would go just nakedly, without resource, without money, without telephone, without cards, without cash. I would go to the journey, and you know that it was like almost all 2020 year for me that I was traveling, like forgetting how money looked like, and I did that intentionally with purpose to understand where my power was overgiven. So I would go for a compromising, I would go for a sacrificing or the denial. And I knew that by my heart and by holy books, it says, don't create idol. The only one God is within our heart. And if you think that, if you don't believe that the God lives within your heart and you believe in the God as Jesus or other name from other religions, imagine that your belief live in your heart, and you will understand that this is one and only truth. Rest is the idealization, and when we put anything on the idol, if we put the money as the permission for us to live like we want to, then we became misalignment with the money. Then our behavior became misalignment. So when I knew that I'm in misalignment with the money, even though with my heart I knew that I'm living proof of that sacred knowledge, when any situation would come with money, I would understand that I would behave differently. So I was I was intent to return to fully surrender to unshakable self-belief. So I intend, with my intention, I went through that ways to collect my power, my self-belief to me. I surrendered to that. And for nowadays, I don't need experience to be without money anymore, because I collect my belief, and I know that I can teach you or anyone who value that, who respect that, who appreciate that, and who is able to be grateful to me. I able to teach you simplifying algorithm how to free yourself from the fears, from the doubts, from the bond, from the ideas that we are stuck, that we're not able to move. So what else I would say to you today? I would say also, like, life of every one of us, it's the projection what we have within. It's like we walk in and we have this virtual reality mask. Everyone has their own truth, because whatever we see, we believe that this is our reality. And alignment to the balance, alignment to the self-belief, alignment to joyful life without compromising, it's definitely intention to look within us and understand, like, why I keep seeing the same movie all over again. And many of us notice that the women start to unfold their power faster, and now some of the men start to feel fear, like that agony fear, because they understand their call for their unfolding, their call to let go all the paradigm, all the beliefs, like who have to do what, permission to be joyful, permission to be free, permission to live on our true desire, permission to love, permission to enjoy, permission to be individual. And that's possible when we surrender to our inside world and see what is in within. And why the women start to do it first? Because that was agreement between man and woman energy, that the woman is go first to dive within ourselves. And when we need to dive within ourselves, there's so much stuff that we simply not able to provide for us financially and material resources. We was just busy to learning about self, healing ourselves, and we was keeping up this idea that the man is provider and protector. And when we go to our inner world, in our depthness, and come out with understanding, like, I am the one creator of my life, means that I can create money, I can be a provider and protector for myself, because there actually, when I'm in balance, there no one to protect me from. and there are plenty of abundance of resources, so I can be good by myself. But knowledge of the past that I help people to unfold, this is past. It's not that the woman come out and say like, now I know how to make money, I don't need you. Actually, to come to the balance and to live in the joyful nation, in the joyful world, we cannot do that without our man, because our truth that the woman by nature is love, infinite creation, and the man by its fear is fear. By its nature it's fear, and when we combine the fear and love, we come out on self-belief. So I'm saying to you, this is like an express explanation. This is like took me so many years to understand and to bring people through this portal of fear or agony or the death within, and come out to the life here and now in the present moment. I created the most joyful, the most easiest, the most effective portals, and one of these portals is surrender. So when the men hear about this surrender, many of them say it's so scary. It's so scary because they have to let go idea of all paradigm of living life as the outside reality. Like I see it and then I believe it. And inside reality, how we became the real creator of our life, we became believer. Believer, it's like I believe it and then I see it. So for the man, time to go inside us, inside themselves, and see their darkness, and see their bonds, and see their truths, and see their individual understanding of life and their gift. It's have to come out lot of mask, lot of lie, and lot of understanding like I am the provider, I am the protector. And so this message is for you, if you're a man. It's we are here for you. We are okay to provide for ourselves. We are okay to give you our understanding, our hand, and tell you we've been through that darkness. And every mother that having a baby, and there no one on this planet who was not be a parent or a kid. So we all been through this portal of the death and life. And idea of the agony, idea like if I'm gonna be honest, they're not gonna be accept me, they're not gonna be they're not gonna be like me, or I'm not like good enough to live as I want to. Many of the woman world, we've been through that, and we come out as the phoenix. And I have the goosebumps, and this is video for you, clarity and permission to understand it's okay to surrender. It's okay to accept your individual. It's okay to make some old belief and paradigm within you die. And it's okay to reborn again and live in your true desire. And when we understand that within our heart, divine truth, divine guidance, golden compass, we understand that no one on this planet lost or forgotten or betrayed or not important. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you're born. We all in this game, and surrender gonna help you to understand that if you let go all the idealization, or if you have a car, I believe you, or if you have a watch, I believe you, or if you work like this or live like this, or if you married, all this stereotype, that was all idealization, where we lose our power, where we lose our self-belief. Surrender gonna help you to understand. It doesn't matter where you are. If you follow, if you allow yourself to listen your heart, to listen your true desire, and listen your intuition and speak up. I know I've been there many years ago when I started to speak up my truth. It was scary because that agony, that suppression was live inside me as well. I was afraid how people would react. And if we not allow our voice to speak up our truth, there are many ending, but I don't want to scare you about this oncology or any other disease. Also, sometimes people, like when they have agony, they drink vodka and then they became like crazy, uncontrollable. And because we have the container for suppression, and when that container is not able to suppress anymore, we need come out, and it come out very ugly. It come out with aggression, with ugly behavior. So to avoid that, I invite you to experience surrender. It looks like Islamic prayer, but you just lay down on this position, and you can experience that within Ho'oponopono meditation, or I can send you some others. You just ask me, or just go by intuition and choose music that is resonate with you, and you surrender to that person that with who you have pain or fear or unspeakable emotion or unspeakable feelings or unspeakable fear. Surrender that and do the dialogue. Imagine that person surrender to you as well. Do the mirror surrender. And this is the portal, and this is the key. The whole abundance of what it can give you. I have all the programs. I have idea of the product, how to create very how to give you like very clean algorithm, very simple algorithm, what that portal surrender and what that key able to give you to your life, how to manifest anything you want to with this tool and the portal, and how to live happy marriage without cheating, and how to heal anything with the surrender. So this is like so it's like total different world. Surrender is the portal to life here and now, in the present, and in present everything is possible. So all our manifestation based on the true desire, on our self-belief. We are limitless, all of us. Doesn't matter where you're born, what previous experience you had, where you now, or what your relative or what your family or roots was living. This is not, you're not obligated to copy any misery, and you come here to live your own truth, your own happiness, your own joy, without compromising and denial. And when I say that I'm teaching people to live without compromise, it doesn't mean that I teach you to say I cut you off and I can do everything by myself. Life without compromising is to be able to understand that we all in this game. There no one who was here, none important or forgotten or betrayed. We all in this game. Even if it's so ignorance, even that ignorance ignorance in the same scenario with us. We all coming up to the balance, and some of us choose to go on Amazon or Patriarchat and say like, I don't care about this balance, and I don't believe that man and woman can be equal. I don't believe that we have divine compass in our heart and we speak up our desire, it can be manifested. I don't believe. And it's alright. I'm giving you permission to not listen me, to not follow, to not resonate with whatever I'm saying and I'm teaching and the way how I'm living. And anyway, this is all the same one divine, limitless love. Okay, we all in the same game, and when the woman come out, goes through the darkness, goes through the death and come out as the phoenix. Now we're saying to our man, it's alright. It's alright to go to surrender. It's alright to die within with all the old paradigm and come out as new. And we are here for you, and we are able to provide for ourselves, and we are able to support you with our clarity and experience that this is truth, that we able to forgive, that we able to love, that we able to be honest, and we able to understand that resources are limitless for all of us. So it's safe to be man, it's safe to be woman, it's safe to live our true desire. And for this month, I had very strong desire to invite men to unfolding, legendary unfolding clarity session, to understand what is the bond, what is the surrender, how to live as individual, not to copy old paradigm, how to allow our voices without this fear of agony, how to come to understanding that we all in balance, that we here for the balance, men and women are equal, and we can do great things together, and that great things, it's our joy, it's our true life, it's our life without compromising, denial or separation. I'm happy to answer your questions. I'm happy to tell you again, like, all my results and achievement of life. It's not only for me, it's for you also to understand that if it's possible for me, it's possible for you. If it's possible for you, it's possible for others. And I decided also from this month, for next 4 months, and maybe I'm gonna continue, but 4 months I had desire to do any of my purchase and manifesting higher than 1 million ruble. I'm gonna explain to you how I make that manifestation and what I purchase with that. So it's gonna be visible for all of you. And also I would like to speak up my declaration for next 4 months, starting from tomorrow. I exclude from my life alcohol, coffee, sugar, any bread or like pasta, and from my behavior, my personal behavior, my business behavior, speak up only truth. And in my business. Speak up the truth and speak up till the last point, till the last drop, because I had before situation when I knew that it's truth, my intuition was saying to me, speak up to this person, say this exactly like this, and the person would say no, and I was like, okay, that's up to you. But inside of me was like, I knew that this is the truth. So this is the fear of convincing. I could let go of that, and I had so great results when I had my individual clients, and when I say to them, I feel like this and this and this, and they say no, and I was continuing to convincing and explaining why I feel like this, and that I'm here to clarify why it's like this, and that you're able to trust me, and the result beyond great. So my personal declaration that I speak only the truth, whatever my intuition saying, I speak up, and I speak up to the last drop. So I'm free of fear of that idea that convincing is bad. Like convincing, it's manipulation. It's not manipulation. Manipulation, I understand. Like manipulation is something we convince someone to do in the way of lying, in the way of like get some benefits from the person in regards like how the person gonna feel. So convincing for me, it's to be clear channel to deliver message that my divine compass, my heart, my truth is saying to masses of people or particular person or particular situation. So else I declare in my business, don't go for a discount and don't go for the barter. And if you're in a situation that you need my service, that you feel that I'm able to help you, and you're not able to, you don't have money, I had like so many meditation, explanation how to create money. So follow that, create the money, understand that you always have the resources, that you're able to come to me, that you're able to let go of idea that there's no money. We always have resources. And all my that stories that when I was without money and then I manifested it, it's for you, same as for me, to understand that money is the energy that follow our intention. Okay, and resources are all the times with us, all the time. So I'm happy to guide you with clarity. I'm happy to teach you how to surrender to unshakable self-belief. I'm happy to teach you about surrender. I'm happy to guide you how to understand what is your soul purpose or individual impact to the world. And I'm happy to teach you how to live joyful life without compromising or denial. It doesn't matter where you are now. It's possible for you, same it's possible for me. And what else? It's no point to sit on your savings and wait when that period of life will be over. Savings is for you to invest now in your clarity and your new understanding of life in the surrender to your divine compass, and to live life as understanding that you are meaningful. You are meaningful, your voice are meaningful, your truths are meaningful, and this is very valuable. So don't be afraid, because fear is indication that it's time to surrender to love. Every time when we feel fear, it's a time to surrender to love. And the love is our women. Or if we're talking about men, you have woman energy. Surrender to that. Surrender to your mother. Surrender to your woman teacher. Surrender to your life. Surrender to your abundance of life. And that's gonna be joyful. And I invite brave men who would go for the clarity session, public clarity session, where I'm gonna show to other men, to other people, how to come to the balance, how to come to the self-belief, how to come freedom from old paradigm. Alright? Contact me right now and say, it's resonate, I am brave, I want to live my life without compromising. Yeah, I'm happy to hold your hand until you open your wings, and after that, I'm happy to fly with you. I'm happy to enjoy with you. I'm happy to create with you. There's no one that forgotten. I love you.